This video is brought to you by ClipFlip, the app that pays you money to make helpful videos on your iPhone or Android phone. Check them out at www.clipflip.com.
Got a little Swedish there.
Hello there guys, what is up? It is iPod Touch Bob, and today I'm bringing you another review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a pretty awesome product, and this is actually a product for the Xbox 360 Slim, and it is the Battlefield 3 Vault case. Now this is a super sexy looking case that goes on your Xbox and is Battlefield 3 designed, so it looks pretty awesome. It does retail for $89.99 on their website, so it is pretty expensive. But you can pick it up from their website at www.caliber11.com. I'll put a link in the description below to their website where you can check them out and check out all their other cool cases, because they have some cases for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I noticed they have a Gears of War 3 and Mass Effect case also for the Xbox 360, and as well as a few cheaper ones that are just like solid colors. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into my review, and I'll tell you if this product is worth the money. Alright, so when you do purchase the Battlefield 3 Vault case, you're going to get a few different things in the packaging. The first thing you're going to get, I'll start off with the smallest stuff and then work my way up. You're going to get a quick start guide or user manual that shows you how to set up this, and it gives a little bit more information about the Vault case. You can see that right there. Just shows you how to set it up and all that stuff. You're going to get this little piece of paper right here, which shows you your custom, you can customize nameplates for this. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, you can customize nameplates for this, so it just talks a little bit about that. Then you're going to get these right here. Now these actually separate. You're going to get two metal tubes right here. Well, they're plastic, but they're supposed to look metal. And then you're going to get these black type of plastic screws right here. This is to actually put the case together. So when I show you how to set this case up, then I'll show you what these do. So you get actually four of these black screws and two of these plastic metal things. Alright, then you're going to get, well actually this comes separately. As you can see, this is a component of the case right here. It's a big plastic part of the case. And right here, this is actually a separate component of the case. You actually have to manually put this on with these screws right here. So they give you 4 screws to screw on here. But this is actually a controller holder, or you can actually use it as a headset holder. So that's what that is on here. And this is the right side of the Xbox. This is the right side of the Xbox. Alright, then you're also going to get the base for your Xbox stand, where you can put it down right there, and this will keep it steady and not have it fall over or anything like that. Looks pretty cool. And then the final piece that you're going to get is the freaking awesome part, which is the left side, or the left side of the case. And this has a claymore right here. I'll show you a little bit more about this in a second. And it also has a smoke grenade right there with the DICE logo on there from Battlefield 3. So this looks freaking awesome. I mean, just look at this thing. It makes your Xbox look really sick, and this is that's all you're going to get in the packaging, is the components that I just showed you. Alright, so as you can see, we have my Xbox 360 right here. Now, I do have a skin on this, but the case will work regardless of if there's a skin on there right now or not. So I have all the components over to my side, so I'll go ahead and grab these, and we'll start putting this case together. Okay, so we're going to start off with this side, I guess. You're going to have to just line it up. You want to make sure that all your buttons are accessible when you do this, so you can see that I'm trying to line it up with my touch sensitive button and all that. So once I have that lined up, I can go ahead and grab this other piece right here and throw this on right there. And we want to line up this part right here, which is the part where you're going to end up connecting all the stuff. So I'll grab a screw right here, put it in. Oh my gosh, hard to do with one hand. Alright, so put this right here. So once I've done that, I can go ahead and put the screw in, and then we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. I'll get back to you as soon as I get this done. Alright, so I just finished applying it to the front. You can see that I have both screws screwed in. You want to make sure that they're really tight so that this case will stay together and stay in place. And then once you've done that, we can go ahead and flip the Xbox around, and you can see that we have one more component to apply, which is the second part, we're going to need the next part of your screw. So you're going to need to do the same thing that you did on the front with the back, and go ahead and apply this bar in between these things, and then you should be good to go. The case should be installed. So I'll get back to you as soon as I do this, because it takes me a minute to do with only two hands. So I'll be right back as soon as I finish applying this. Alright, so as you can see, the case is installed. The last part we have to do is just set it in its stand. So you can see the stand is right here. So we just go ahead and sort of drop it in and make sure that it locks into place. You gotta check the back, push, lock into place. Alright, so it is good right now. You can see that this is the finished product of the case for the Xbox. You can see that all the buttons on the front right here. We have our tray open button accessible right there. Our touch sensitive power on button is accessible right there, and also our controller USB ports are open right there, so you're going to be able to access all your buttons and things that you're going to need to press. On the back, you can see that all of our ports right here are open, so we have our USBs, our Kinect sensor, our AV, our HDMI, all that is accessible and easy to use, so you're not going to have any problems with this case whatsoever with accessing all the stuff. Now, you can see right here we have our controller holder right there. Now let me show you what it can actually do. It's pretty cool. You can see that you can just put your controller right there, and it will stay in place when you aren't playing your Xbox. So you can just put that right there, and it'll manage the controller for you without you having to worry about that. So that's pretty cool. I like that feature. Or you can also put a headset. So if you want to put like your Turtle Beaches or something like that, but you want to make sure they're all the way retracted or they touch the ground. So if you have them all the way retracted, then you can go ahead and use that as a headset holder, or you can move it up a notch and use it as a headset holder also. But this is a really freaking awesome case. It just looks amazing, and I think it has a lot of awesomeness to your Xbox 360. There's one more thing that I want to show you about this case, though. That's the fact that this does have a light up claymore. Like I mentioned, it was a claymore, but it has about 5 modes, or 3 or 5 modes of LED lighting. So you can see that we had just the stay lit, and now we have the flashing mode, so it will flash, and if we do that, it'll do like a nice little glow and then go out like that. So there's a few different modes of lights, but it just looks awesome if your room's completely dark and you're gaming and this is lighting up. It just looks pretty freaking awesome. It adds a lot of sexiness to your Xbox, and I think it's really cool. So you can like scroll through just by pressing this red button right here on the top, and it'll go through all your modes, and then you just go through all of them to turn it off. Yeah, it runs on batteries on the inside, so you might have to change them eventually. So just the whole design of this case looks really awesome with the the flashbang or smoke grenade and the claymore. And then on the front, I wanted to also show you that your Battlefield 3, you can see right here, it says Battlefield 3. This is actually removable, so you can remove this and like get your own custom plate. You can order those on their website. So you could just get a custom plate right there, and that'd be pretty awesome. You could get your name or something like that on there. Also on the bottom, if I can hold this up, there is rubber feet on the bottom of this case. So once you put this in, it's not going to scratch your table or anything like that, because there is some rubberized feet on the bottom to keep this from sliding and also scratching your table with plastic bottom. So it's good that they included those plastic feet on there. Alright, so overall I think this is a super solid product. I definitely think it is worth the $89.99 you pay, but you're going to have to be willing to spend the $89.99. By that I mean the product is well worth the money because of the awesome design, the high quality material that it's made out of, and the lights and stuff, just the detail that they put into it. But it is expensive because it's $89.99, and that it's just for an Xbox 360 case, so it's not necessary. You don't actually have to have one of these, but it's a pretty awesome addition to make your Xbox look cooler. And I also like the fact that the stand holds the Xbox up perfectly, and there's no chance of it falling over at all because the stand's very sturdy. So if you're willing to spend the $90, I definitely would recommend this case because it looks awesome, and it just gives your Xbox a new design that looks pretty cool.